Welcome to Platinum Eagle Podcast, and I'm your host, Platinum Eagle. How y'all doing? Hey, it's been a crazy season so far. More than I ain't gonna say more than I expected. I always expect high expectations. So I'm not gonna say that I didn't expect us to be good like this here. I was a little concerned of how Saquon Barkley will look in our offense. But boy, he is way better than I thought he would be. And I think I'm on record saying at first I wasn't so much in love with the whole idea of going against Saquon Barkley, but I'm so glad we did. I can admit when I'm wrong. I love the fact that we have a really good team. Now, the Sunday game against the Baltimore Ravens was a really good game. Some might say it was lackluster if you're not an Eagles fan, but I don't care what the detractors say. We a real good team. The referees, it's kind of like redundant, but I have to bring it up because them dudes, man, they can ruin a whole game for real. But right now, I'm about to talk about the referees. I'm about to talk about Jalen Hurts. He did everything he had to do to win this game. Now, his numbers wasn't so flashy, but I ain't mad at that because Jalen Hurts didn't turn the ball over for one. So whenever I see that right there, it's a plus. And he was getting the ball out effectively. Sometimes he took unnecessary sacks. I think it was only one of them, really. I'm not saying sacks, but there was one of them I think that was probably an unnecessary sack. But, hey, I'm being real critical, and I don't have to be all that critical because we're doing good. I'd rather him get sacked and keep the ball than get sacked and let the ball go. But, again, his numbers wasn't jumping out at you. It's okay. His numbers was just what they needed to be to win the game. I just need to win the game at the end of the day. Don't really care how I look. Actually, I do, but I don't really harp on how it looks as long as I know that we have a really good team and it's potential to win and always potential to get better. So, Jalen Hurts, kudos to you, man. I appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing. I love to see it. Saquon Barkley, I got to bring him up. Like I said, he has been great. I can't even think of a time where our run game was so dynamic. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He does it all. He's an all-purpose back, and I love the fact that he's on our team. So you already know Saquon Barkley is a closer. So as long as he's on our team, and we got him for a couple more years, I think, we are in good shape as long as he can stay relatively healthy. And alhamdulillah, he's been staying relatively healthy. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the offensive line, Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley. And I can't forget A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, he's been doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That is one heck of a wide receiver. We didn't have Smitty in this game. It's okay, because Smitty, he'll be back, inshallah. He got the best wide receiver duo in the league, bar none. I like other wide receiver duos in the league, but I must say, and I'm not just being a homer, the Philadelphia Eagles got the best wide receiver duo in the league. And then you bring tight end Dallas Goedert in the fold of things. Sorry to hear he's injured again, but this year, if I'm going to kick him a little bit, I'm going to beat him up a little bit, it's only because this year was freak injuries that was his fault. The last 2 years before this, I can't really blame him because, dirty plays was the reason why he was out. If dirty plays being the reason you out, it sucks and all. I can't blame the person who was hit dirty because it's not playing football. Dirty plays is not football. Trevor Lawrence, that wasn't football. And I know my boy, I love my man, Aziz. I love his name, his whole name. But that's a whole nother story for another day. That was not football. That was dirty. I don't respect that. The special teams started off the game a little shaky. I think Sidney Brown was pushed out of bounds on purpose, and he couldn't go out of bounds, of course, and come back in bounds. He can't force himself out of bounds and come back in bounds. You can make the argument that's what he did, but I don't think that's what he did. I thought he was pushed out of bounds, and, well, the referees called it against us, and, it is what it is. But Brayton Mann's punts, oh my gosh, you couldn't ask for much more than what he gave you. I mean, he was kicking it inside the 10-yard to 5-yard line. So, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Brayton Mann. He's not always kicked the ball so efficient, but this game here, he showed his you-know-what. He kicked that ball down the field, and our guys was there to make a great special teams play on it to make sure that they stayed locked in to their 5-yard line or inside that 5-yard line, definitely inside the 10-yard line for the second one. Brayton Mann, keep doing what you're doing. I love to see it. And we already know Jake Elliott. He's been doing his thing. Jake the Make is back. I love it. Keep it going, Jake the Make. We're going to need you. And we're going to need you not just now, but for a long stretch. Because I believe, and I'm saying it, I believe we're going to the Super Bowl. Only time will tell, inshallah, we'll see. We're not necessarily playing to our abilities in the first half, especially the first quarter. The first quarter, it's like they need an energy drink or they need an injection to get started to keep moving. But once they get moving, that train is going to run anybody who gets in his way over, and it's not going to be kind to them. And that's what we've been doing. We've been doing our thing all season long. We've been starting off slow, but we've been finishing off strong. And I much rather, because I've seen in recent years we start off fast and we taper off. I much rather see us win how we winning versus to see us start off fast and look like we about to kick some butt. You know what I'm saying? And we end up not doing anything to finish off. You know, kind of like sometimes even last season, you know what I mean? But that's a whole nother story. What I'm saying is I'm liking the fact that we are finishing strong because we are Philly strong. Philadelphia Eagles, we have a lot to be proud of when it comes to our team, the fans that is, and the players. I mean, our squad from top to bottom, barring injuries, barring real injuries, we should win it all. That's a fact. We should win it all. I personally would take our team over any other team in the NFL to win it all. And the reason why, not just because I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but because we are playing really good smash mouth football, minus the first half, sometimes the first quarter. Well, all the time the first quarter. But the Panthers, I'll talk about that on another time, you know what I'm saying? But I got a little time, but I wanted to go over, you know, I want to recap the game. You know what I'm saying? I calmed down a lot more from the time we actually won the game because the referees, the referees. But I'm going to get to them. I'm not going to talk too long about them because I feel like I'm being redundant and I don't want my whole video to be about the referees because it ain't about the referees.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
So that's where I'm at with it. Oh, yeah. Since I'm on the offense still, Dallas Goedert's catch with the RPO. We ran 2 RPOs back to back. And the touchdown RPO was the RPO with Dallas Goedert caught the ball on the left side of Jalen Hurts in the end zone. It was a thing of beauty. I mean, look at it. It was a thing of beauty. You gotta love seeing what you see from Dallas Goedert. I wish he didn't get hurt. Wish he didn't get injured. But that man, if he can stay injury-free all season long, which we haven't seen since he started with us, I don't believe. But if he can stay injury-free all season long, man, the things we can do. But I like Calcaterra too. Calcaterra has been really good in his absence. So we'll have to see Calcaterra come through and make it and do what he do once again for the Philadelphia Eagles, because now they won't be featuring Calcaterra, Grant Calcaterra. They'll be actually putting him in the game in the absence of Dallas Goedert. So I'll be looking forward to see what Calcaterra does. Hopefully he don't upset me. Hopefully he don't disappoint me. Hopefully he keeps doing what he's doing and pick up where he left off and finish off strong, Philly strong. You know what I'm saying? I would show you the guns, but that'd be like I'm showing off. I'm an OG, but I got some guns. Now we're going to talk about the defense. And I'm going to start off with Jalen Hunt because we haven't seen a whole lot of him this season. But Jalen Hunt, when he had his chance to come in and do what he got to do, Vic Fangio said he played a little lackluster at times. I get it. I think, personally, the guy can play. I think he's a gamer. He's only a rookie, so you can't expect a whole lot out of him. We did see a lot of good things out of, our 2 rookies, and Quinyon Mitchell, and how can I forget my man, Cooper DeJean. I'll get to his Derrick Henry hit, too. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about it. The hit that he put on Henry, King Henry, was so crazy. I mean, the guy's small compared to Henry, but he picked him up and threw him like a rag doll. You know what I mean? So Cooper DeJean, he's a tackler. You know what I'm saying? Cooper DeJean, the tackler. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tackle. He gonna bring you down. I'm hoping to keep it up for a long time in his career with the Philadelphia Eagles. But so far, man, you gotta love what you see. I know we love what we see because Cooper DeJean is that guy. Quinyon Mitchell is that guy. Those two together for a while are going to be real nasty to see for a long time. And Zach Bourne, get that man his contract. I heard he was in talks with the Philadelphia Eagles to get a contract done. I don't know how true that is, but I'm hoping it happens, and I'm hoping it happens real soon. You know what I mean? Because Zach Bourne is that guy. You know what I mean? He's that guy. He been around for a while. but he's that guy. And I talk about him all the time, but I talk about him because he do his thing. I think how many hits he had? Like somewhere around 13 tackles, over 100 tackles this season. Yeah, we gotta sign that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he keep playing like he playing right now, if not better. But we gotta sign him. Zack Baun, nothing but love for you, man. Bring him back to Philly. Back to Jalen Hunt. That hit that he put on the ball carrier for the Baltimore Ravens on a kickoff after we scored a touchdown. Man, you heard that bad boy loud. I thought they was going to throw a flag at first because they was throwing flags for everything else that was really non-flag related. But I thought they was going to throw a flag because anytime you see a real hard hit in the NFL nowadays, they throw a flag. So I'm glad he didn't get the flag because it was a clean hit. Jalen Hunt, he's been waiting for the opportunity. He sees the opportunity, and he's been on a tear right now. So I'm wanting to see more of him. I want to see more of what he got to offer for the Philadelphia Eagles because right now, and it's due to the absence of Bryce Huff, I think it is. Bryce Huff, who's out with some time, for some time with the injury. We need, and Brandon Graham, of course, but we need him, Jalen Hunt, not to try to do too much, but just do what you need to do. If he can come up with about 5, I'm probably 5 at the most. He can get more than that, obviously, but at least 5, at the very least 3 more sacks for the season. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think he even shared a sack, if I'm not mistaken, with Zack Baun. Don't quote me. I should be doing my homework. But real talk, I think it's with Zack Baun. He got a sack. Nonetheless, keep it going. I'm loving what the defense is doing. They are a premier defense right now. They are playing real hard-nosed, smash-mouth football. Bring it on type football. My type of football. Philadelphia Eagles football. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving what I'm seeing. Y'all keep it up, and I'm going to keep on watching, and I'm going to keep on cheering y'all on. That's what we do. Fly, Eagles, fly. You already know, on the way to victory. And the safety McCullum, he had a near pick. I'm glad he didn't pick it, though. It'd have been good for stats. It'd have been good for knowing that he got good hands. It was thrown over his head, of course. But I'm glad he didn't pick it because because it was a 4th down play, and now since he didn't pick it and it was thrown for about at least 20 yards downfield, so I'd much rather have the ball where the line of scrimmage was than 20 yards out from where we were because it'd have been going the other way. So the 4th down stop was huge. Lamar Jackson, he was on a run. He was on a run for a lot of the night. And yeah, Quinyon Mitchell, keep locking him down. Keep putting them in handcuffs. Keep putting them in jail. Keep putting them in prison. Keep making sure they don't get no yards. I think he got 26 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Gave up 26 yards. I'd take that any week long, as long as there ain't no touchdowns given up. I'd take that. You know what I mean? I'd take that. And speaking of nice hits, CJ GJ hit Henry so hard too. That's another one that hit Henry pretty good. He crashed into him. That 4th down stop, I think it was, or the 3rd down stop. CJ GJ. This team here, man, for real, I ain't never had this much news to report on the Philadelphia Eagles that I can say, man, keep it going. Man, I love it. Man, I love it. But they keeping it. They keeping the intensity up. They keeping energy up. You gotta love when you see your Philadelphia Eagles bring the energy. We bring in the juice. We ain't worried about them other dudes. Like Sirianni said in the post conference, it was like asking, like, how'd you guys bring the energy, or how you guys keep the intensity? He was like, well, how they got to keep the intensity with us. You know what I'm saying? They got to play our game. We the ones winning. We them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say we them boys because that's they stuff. But we them dudes though. We that team. We for real though. I hope we stay for real and win a championship, Super Bowl championship to be exact. But CJ GJ, he came out and said after the first 2 drives, he was like, yo, we got to get together, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what we doing out here, but it ain't how we play football. So we better play football. We better come out here and do what we supposed to do right here in a stadium and play some football. And guess what? After that, they played football, the defense that is. That's why it's so instrumental to have CJ GJ on our squad once again. When he went with the Lions last year, I had a bad taste in my mouth because I knew that he wanted to be here and he should have been here. He should have went nowhere. His talent should have been on our squad last year. I think we'd have been a whole different defense, not entirely, but I think we'd have been a pretty good defense still if GJ was with us last year, because he had a pretty good year with the Lions last year. But I digress, like I always do. Oh yeah, and a hit on Likely by GJ, he was all over the field too. After he said what he said, he wouldn't just say, I'm talking, I'm going to back it up. And what'd he do? He backed it up. He backed it up with his play on the field. He wasn't just telling other guys to do this and do that. He was leading by example. He that dog in the room. The Philadelphia Eagles fans, y'all know, he that dog in the room. He that dog of the Philadelphia Eagles secondary. And he get them young guys, you know what I'm saying, playing at the level that they playing, and he keeps them up and hold them accountable. And you see what happens on the field. Need I say more? The product is what you see. What you see is what you get. Now, the turnovers, there was a lot of fumbles in this game. I think it was 5 fumbles in this game, and all 5 of them was recovered by the team that fumbled. So that was just a little strange. I don't think I've ever seen a game where there was 5 fumbles and 5 opportunities to get the ball, but none of the times, because Saquon fumbled the ball one time, but he ended up getting back on it. And Lamar fumbled one time, if I'm not mistaken, at least one time. I forgot who else fumbled for the Baltimore Ravens, but I know it was 2 more fumbles. And we'll go over that. We'll probably show you in the clips here, because since I can't remember, we'll bring you up to speed what actually happened on the field. But yeah, there was a lot of close calls. Like I said, Saquon, I was like, no, not here, not now, and sure enough, he got the ball. So there was a lot of fortunate. There was a lot of balls bouncing both teams' way when the ball was fumbled. So, and I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about this right here. Agholor, welcome back. Well, he was in Philly. He was already in Ravens. But we played him the first time we played him since he's went and left the Philadelphia Eagles. He went to, I want to say, the Raiders. Then he went to the Patriots, and now he's on the Ravens. But yeah, first time since all that transition and moving. First time he played the Philadelphia Eagles again, and he get his chance to Lamar Jackson throw him the ball. And it should have been a very good caught ball. He caught the ball. He just couldn't bring it down and haul it in. So kudos to you, man. Appreciate that. You still play for the Eagles because he was doing all of that. What you see right there is pretty much what he was doing when he was playing with the Philadelphia Eagles for a long time, minus the Super Bowl year. That Super Bowl year was way different. He did a lot of that fumbling and dropping the ball when he played for us. So I'm glad he did it playing against us. It would be just an atrocity if he was to catch the balls against us and couldn't really catch the balls against for us, minus, again, that Super Bowl winning year in 2017, 2018. But Agholor, you still play for the Eagles. Avonte Maddox, man, I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know you trying, I really do. But maybe it's time for you to hang up the cleats, man. You know, he's getting burnt. He's getting cooked. He's getting toasted. Every single game, every time they throw him in there, and you already know, as soon as they throw him in there, as soon as the coaches throw him in there, the team that we playing against, they're going to attack him. And what do he do? Almost all the time, he holds the defender. Because he's getting burnt. He can't keep up with him. He can't cover anymore, it seemed like. But again, I love you, Avonte Maddox, because you're an Eagle, and to me, you're going to be an Eagle for life. I don't think he won a Super Bowl with us that year. No, he came the year after us, after we won a Super Bowl. But still, he played some of his best game. He was a dog at one time, but every good thing must come to an end. And unfortunately for you, that might be an end of your whole career with Philadelphia after the season's over. But hey, man, stop getting cooked. If you don't get cooked, man, just tell the coach you don't want to come in and play. Just tell him you don't want to come in and play right now. Say, nah, not right now. I don't feel right. I don't want to get cooked or something. Just don't come in then. You know what I mean? Nah, I know you're going to do that. Then Carter, who was getting held all freaking night. I ain't got to show you footage of that. I might show a little something. I don't know. I ain't going to show it. Y'all know it. As a matter of fact, since I'm talking about the refs, I'm going to have to at least show 1 or 2. None of them got called, though. I seen somebody put a chart together. 7 times this man got held, and none of them got called. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But they got a nerve to call holding on us. The defensive line is coming in, and they're getting their rhythm. They're catching their stride just at the right time. Because at first, we was like, even before the season started, we was like, I don't know about this pass rush. You know, I don't know. I don't feel too good about it. But I'm so glad that the pass rush is starting to come in. Vic Fangio is working different ways of getting these guys to the quarterback, and it's been working like a charm. Yeah, would I like to see a little bit more sack action? Yes, absolutely. But I really can't complain because we're actually finding ways to get to the quarterback and bring them down. And if we don't get to him, we pressure him, and sometimes that's just as good as a sack. You know, and I know, if you know football like I know. Oh yeah, Josh Sweat. That was the sack that he was about to get, but it got called back. So yeah. And Milton Williams was getting held up, and they didn't call it. He didn't get held as much as Jalen Carter did, but he got held quite a bit. Again, no calls. So, oh yeah, and I gotta talk about this right here. You see this right here when Lamar Jackson is running his butt off? If you can hear the commentators, matter of fact, I might even put the sound on this one right here.
Negative stuff. It strengthen the positives. 3rd and 3, and this will probably end it. We got a flag. Hold on a minute. Gonna put a highlight ticket in my score. She's out of bounds for 7 seconds. There is a flag.
You can hear the commentators say, oh, it's a flag down on the field. And Lamar Jackson just running. He running his ass off, too. He running. He booking. You know what I'm saying? Finding ways to beat the defenders. And he was beating them, too. Of course, albeit by a hold that was called at first, but then they pick up the penalty and they don't call it, and they let them get all the way down here in the red zone of the Philadelphia Eagles so they can score. To me, that's garbage time touchdown. The game was won already, so I wasn't too mad about it. If it was a game-deciding situation, yeah, I'd have been, well, I was sick already. You already know. I'd have been mad sick. I'd have been mad sick had I saw that. So I'm glad that didn't matter. We beat the referees, and we beat the opposing team as well. Well, actually, both of them opposing teams. It's so sad. But hey, that's all I got to talk about right now. And I know it's a mouthful, but again, thank you so much for checking me out, checking out the video, checking out the videos. I do respect y'all. I do love y'all. I thank you so much. I ask that you please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And I got a lot more content coming your way sooner than later, inshallah. All right, well, that's pretty much it. It's your boy Platinum Eagle, and this is Platinum Eagle Podcast. Good night.